What is going on in Eintracht Frankfurt? 8th in the Bundesliga, 33rd in the Champions League. This is a team that wins European titles. Second last in the Champions League is embarrassing. Players injured and the wheels are falling off in Europe's financial capital. We're heading there today. Eintracht Frankfurt, you're getting rebuilt. You're getting saved. And as soon as you lose live start points to load up the squad, it just looks like a mess. Injury signs here, there, and everywhere. And a load of aging players that we need to get out of the club to get the next generation across to Frankfurt. We've got 12 days left in the January transfer window. We need to get to work, and we need to get to work quick smart. Immediately, it was so glaringly obvious, though, that we need a new goalkeeper. Goalkeeper is by far the weakest position in this Frankfurt squad. Got into the days of Kevin Trapp being a stalwart at the position. It's time for a pair of new hands in between the sticks. Ukrainian goalkeeper Andre Lunin stuck behind Thibaut Courtois at Real Madrid. 26 years of age. It's time for him to take the next step in his career. He's coming to Germany. Spending over half of our budget to get this man into the club at 20.5 mil. But I want to make a couple of additions and a couple of departures in the starting 11. I want to clear out some of these older valuable players, which is why we're going to get rid of the defensive midfielder Skiri. He's heading to Nottingham Forest. And one of those key positions is going to be in the defense. I'm going to cash in on our captain. Might upset a few people, but we got a decent price tag for him. 26.5 mil from Chelsea. Whilst Bahoya, great potential. He's going on loan. Same deal with Oscar Højlund. 2 years at Vallecano. Immediately, we're going to get our new centre back in. I want this to be a very, very productive deadline day. Picking up a player that is very familiar with the Bundesliga. It is the Japanese defender Hiroki Ito. 17 million pounds from Bayern Munich. And when Hugo Larsson found out we were in the market for a new centre midfielder, he begged with us, pleaded with us to sign his Swedish national team teammate. We're building out the Swedish midfield, Lucas Bergvall joining us from Tottenham for 23 mil. Is it realistic? Maybe not. Do I care? Not really in this case. So I've changed the formation. This is what I'm rolling with for the remainder of the season. I've put Burkhardt and Christensen into the starting 11 so you can see what our strongest possible starting 11 will be like when everybody's fit. Burkhardt only 9 days away and Christensen 12 days away. Facial injuries bullshit. Just put on the Batman mask. Put on the Joel Embiid face mask. Definitely positions we're going to have to focus on in the future, but for now, I'm happy with what we're building. Let's just see if we can salvage this season because the Champions League is not on the cards for us. We have fallen out of there. 33rd place. Full focus on the Bundesliga. You know what? 7th, it's whatever. This season wasn't really about the results. If we managed to snag a Conference League spot, that's fine. The draws really did kill us. But this year was just about getting the foundations put in place. Next year is going to be about building. I'm okay with 7. Better than it could have been. Bayern Munich win the league comfortably. Relegated from the Bundesliga are going to be St. Pauli and Heidenheim with Hamburg. Damn, the two rivals very close to getting both relegated. Bayern Munich win DFB Pokal. We went out in the second round. And yeah, Hamburg are going to be joining St. Pauli in the second division. Bochum win in the playoff. Robin Koch is going to win the damn Champions League. We did that fella a favor. Nottingham Forest win the Oh my God. Literally everybody we sold has won a European trophy. Thank God we didn't sell anybody to Palace. Decent year for Jonathan Burkhardt despite being injured. Very excited to use Chan Uzun from the start here though. And Ritsu Doan converted him to an attacking midfielder. 14 goal contributions for the Japanese attacking midfielder. 3 players leaving us at the end of the season though. Jans Graal and Timmy Chandler both walking away on frees whilst Kali Moendo returns to the Europa League champions. But the Mr. Rebuild era truly begins here in season 2. I am assembling what I want to be the greatest midfield partnership in modern German football. We have Larsen, we have Bergvall, and now we have Bischoff. I had to get a German in there somewhere. Bischoff wants to get consistent game time here in the Bundesliga, so we've brought him across. Signing from Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich for 30 million pounds. I was in the process of converting Ansgar Nalf into an attacking midfielder. I thought he could have been a really good backup attacking midfield option, but he wanted out of the club. And I'm okay with cashing in on him, and to be honest, 13 mil to send him to Italy. Buta heading to Freiburg, and it's going to be a 2-year loan to Sunderland for the striker Wahi. And I'm also going to sell Christensen. Right back is a position where we really want to get a young, upgradable player. So the Dane will be going to Borussia Dortmund. We've found our man. Same overall, 80 overall, but what, 6 years younger at 23? It's the Venezuelan right back, Jean-Michel Aramburu from Sociedad. Got to make sure we're keeping the squad depth replenished and turned over. So it's the center midfield midfielder, the German center midfielder, Enzo Leopold, signing from Hannover 96. Junior Dina Abimbe heading to Hoffenheim. So the young core is definitely established. Maybe Doen, like our two Japanese players, Doen and Ito, long term, we're going to have to probably go in for them. Aramburu's gone down in overall because he was injured for a couple of weeks. That's cruel that they dropped him down, but I'm happy with the direction of the squad. We have only the Bundesliga to focus on this year, so hopefully when we check in January, we will be in a Champions League race. But I did check, we are in the Conference League. I don't want to, it doesn't really reward us too much if we do well, but it would be nice if we went on a run. Main focus again though, Bundesliga. Okay. We're not just in the Champions League race, we are in the title race. 1 point behind Leipzig, equal points with Bayern Munich, but the good thing is 6 points clear of Leverkusen. And things went brilliantly in the Conference League, undefeated there. Now, I was debating, we still have about £20 million in our budget. I was debating if in January selling Ritsu Doen and going for an upgrade at attacking midfield, but he's performing well and he's gone up in overall. So I don't want to jinx what we've got so far for this year. We're in good form. Let's not rattle the boat. So I'm just going to continue building out the rest of the squad depth. I mean, we're going to sign an attacking midfielder, but it is the Finnish attacking midfielder, Nathan Skeeter. All right, our title charge kind of took a bit of... I mean, we're 6 points off, but to be fair, I'm happy with third. Focusing solely on the Bundesliga has got us back to the Champions League for season number 3. Bayern Munich end up coming from third to win the title, but I don't care. We win the we make the Champions League, and that's all I was interested in. Relegation battle. Any big dogs going down? Not really. Bochum goes straight back down. St. Pauli. Okay. They're in the second division, and they win DFB Pokal, Jackson Irvine and the lads. Hey, we made it a step further this year. Third round exit. Hertha Berlin will be back in the Bundesliga next year. The Champions League goes to PSG. The Europa League goes to Villarreal. But how did we go in the Conference League? Like we saw, first in league phase play, so we immediately move into the round of 16, where we beat Sturm Graz 5-3. Into the quarterfinals, where we beat Panathinaikos 5-3 as well. We are into the Final Four, into the semi-finals, where we lose to Sociedad. Aramburu losing to his former club, and Sociedad end up beating Newcastle United to win the Conference League. This is what we were after though. Jonathan Burkhart, 85 overall, gets him, bro. Our attack is insane. 40 goal contributions for the striker. Chan Uzen goes up to an 83. He is going to be freaky. Ritsu Doen has had a great year, 19 goal contributions, but unfortunately, just because of his age, we're probably going to have to look for an upgrade on him next year. Bischoff +4. And Mario Götze, he's retiring at the end of the year, but he has had a super sub season. 5 goals, 6 assists off the bench. Bohoya coming back from his loan next January up to an 80. Wahi +2 to a 79. And Oscar Hoyland back next January as well, up to a 78. We have got a good young core developing. 2 men leaving at the end of the season though, Michi Batshuayi and Mario Götze. Farewell, Mario Götze, retiring from football, one of the most iconic players of my generation. But with that being said, bring on life back in the Champions League. Screw it, lads. We've got the double Swede action in the center midfield role. Let's go for the double Turkish action at the attacking midfield role. Chan Uzen already here, already killing it. I mean, we could have gone with Arda Güler, but we are going to go for Yildiz, the attacking midfielder from Juventus. Looking good in the red and black of Eintracht Frankfurt. Our attack, this is the perfect upgrade on Ritsu Doen. Spending big, but I'm expecting big results. Our first player departure, though, of the year is going to come via somebody that has been agitating for a transfer for a hot minute. I don't know if you guys remember when this guy used to be a wonder kid on Career Mode. Dahoud, sold for 1.75 mil at 31 years of age, as well as Ngan Kam, who heads to Nantes. But yeah, as well as, I'm going to sell both of my Japanese players. Ito, he progressed okay, but I'm not going to lie, I wanted better progression. We're going to do our second dealing with Juventus for the year though, selling him for a pretty decent 27 mil. It's a £10 million profit, so I can't be overly upset. Where the hell are Crystal Palace getting close to £90 million from? Not a shot. Fousseni Doumbia heading to the Scottish Premier League. But this is the big one. Ritsu Doen, he's been solid for us, but yeah, I got to cash in. I'm very black and white analytical in these type of situations. We can put this money as well as the Ito money towards a world-class defender. And this is what I'm talking about, lads. I mean, Atletico Bilbao broke their Basque transfer policy for this guy, so he must be good. That's one thing that I wish EA would implement into career mode. I wish they had it coded in that Athletic Bilbao could only follow their Basque transfer policy, because the last time I checked, Poland was not included in that, but Jacob Kiwior is going to be joining us at Frankfurt, 84 overall, 27 years of age. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Bilbao, Algeria is not in the Bilbao transfer policy, are they? Getting ready for another bite at the cherry in the Champions League. Much better equipped this time. The team is looking very, very nice, and the nice thing, I've kept myself a little bit of options for January. We still have about £35 million in the bank account, so I'm prepared to make business happen in January. For now, though, I'm curious to see how we go and who we've got in the Champions League. Pushing for top 8 is always the goal, but let's not finish 33rd this year. We start off away at the Camp Nou, though, which is brutal against Barca. Is it going to be one of those campaigns away at the Emirates next? Oh my god. One of the most hostile atmospheres in Europe. We travel to Turkey, travel to Istanbul against Fenerbahce. November, we host PSV, and away at Benfica, there is no let-ups. Then we host Atletico Madrid in December. January, okay, this is the easiest matchup so far against Slavia Prague. And the final games against Sporting, UEFA. They have bent us over on this one. Holy hell, dude. Okay, 1st of January, we only have one loss in the entire Bundesliga season, but the draws are stopping us from being top of the league right now. Again, not overly concerned about winning the league, it's about the Champions League, but it would be nice. We currently sit 6 points ahead of Stuttgart. Things are not going to plan, though, in the Champions League. 2 games remain, and the draws. It's always the damn draws. But we did have a Mendes release clause activated in early December, so he's now officially gone to Borussia Mönchengladbach. We got £8.4 million for him, and Arthur Theet looks like he's going to jump before he's pushed. I'm going to take that as a sign. Let's go upgrade the centre-back role. And there we go, negotiated successfully with Fiorentina. And we've got a pretty healthy £32 million for the Belgian defender. There we go, lads. I think we've got our centre-back duo for the foreseeable future. We have Kiwior, and now we have Murillo. The Brazilian defender making the big move up to the Champions League, 52 mil from Forest. And now we pray that these lads can get the job done in our final 2 Champions League games. Also, because it is the start of January, Bahoya and Hoyland are back from their loans, so I'm going to get them onto the bench. And with the new formation we play, I want to see... it's 82 weeks. I was hoping it would be 2 weeks given it's his second position. I wanted Bahoya to be a backup attacking midfielder. Let me just start training him like one, and then hopefully we can convert him there in the future. Oh my god, that is an absolute disaster. We went loss and draw in our final 2 matches, and we missed out on the next round completely. We missed out on the playoffs altogether. That is an unmitigated disaster. Champions League. Oh, we've improved 6 positions. 6 positions in 2 years. That is pathetic, lads. Imagine getting 2 losses and getting 27th. That is so bad. All right, now we need to go for the title. That Champions League campaign was honestly an embarrassment. Genuine embarrassment, but at least we have finished 2nd again in the Bundesliga. 14 points clear of Leipzig, which is a very nice It's very nice to be 7 points ahead of Bayern Munich. But we do not win the title, 4 points behind Dortmund. Going down to the 2nd division, bro, it's just... yo-yo central. We do add the DFB Pokal from the 2nd round to the 3rd to champions. St. Pauli back in the league. PSG win the Champions League. Juventus win the Europa League, and the Conference League goes to Napoli. Jonathan, dude, how is this team getting 1 win in the Champions League? We have everybody's 87 or 88. Everybody is a star. I genuinely thought that next year, how the hell's Kiwior down to an 84? Maybe, he's injured. But I genuinely think we can win the damn Champions League next year. It's only our on-field performances that have me nervous. Overall wise, we're more than ready. 2 men that will not be here are going to be Niels Nkunku and, quite annoyingly, Fariz Shaibi, the Algerian, refusing to sign a new contract. That's a decent talent walking away. I'm happy with the starting 11 for now. If things don't go accordingly, there are ways we can make upgrades, and I have an idea of where that might be. But for now, I'm happy. So I'm just going to focus on the bench, the reserves, and the overall squad depth. I want to bring the overall of the squad up. Attacking midfielders from Turkey are working so far, so I'm going to bring another one in as a backup. Absolutely needing a backup to Brown at the defense, at the left back role. Musa and Dye joining us from Hamburg. And look, Lunin is absolutely world class, but he needs a backup, and I think it's healthy for us to have a potential succession plan if something goes catastrophic and we aren't able to win it in the next 3, 4, 5 years. I can't see that happening, but it's good to have options. So we're signing a regen, Ralph Vetter. His potential is 82 to 88. And so part of trying to raise the overall of the squad is selling off all the low rated guys. I'm hopeful that might provide a bit of an edge in getting ourselves turning more of those draws into wins. So we've got the American Marvin Dills heading to Barrakas, Ayub Amamuni heading to Poland, and rated in the mid-60s Hungarian defensive midfielder Noah Fenyo heading to Austria. So, it's not a transfer window that's going to go down in history for Frankfurt, but I think it's one that's going to help us massively getting the squad depth right, because the starting 11's in a really good spot. Honestly, that injury at the back end of the season hurt Kiwior. Maybe if he doesn't get up to an 84, maybe up to an 85, maybe we have to look at upgrading. But for now, I genuinely think for the next 2 or 3 years, we could ride this squad to a Champions League. For me, I just want to go on a mission to make sure we have the best possible squad depth available. I think if we can have a starting 11 and a bench that basically match each other, we'd be in an insane spot. Now, what I will say is I hope UEFA don't shaft us with the draw. I can see Galatasaray. That's already a better start than Barcelona. So yeah, we're still traveling away to Istanbul, but it's not quite the Camp Nou. Probably more intimidating, but the opponent on park isn't as... Okay, AZ Alkmaar. I can live with this. Man City. Don't want to live with that. AEK Athens away in Athens. It's a better draw. Copenhagen, this is much better than last year. Need to convert the draws into wins. Away in Poland against Lech Poznan. We have Arsenal again. And the final game is going to be against Monaco. So this is a much more manageable league phase proposition than last year. Let's actually get some wins this time. Let's actually find ourselves playing in February. That is more like it. Come on. Where the hell was that last year? God damn. We only got 2 less losses than last year, but the draw column is looking beautiful. Undefeated in league phase play. First position from bloody 33rd to 27th to first. First in season number 4. We skip the playoffs and we will wait and see who we verse in the round of 16. Hopefully somebody like a Bodo Glimt or a Ferencvárosi. Well, we got the other side of the other side of that Bodo Glimt leg. It's going to be an all-German affair as we are versing Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen have been pretty quiet in this rebuild so far, but they could make some noise right now. We're away in Leverkusen at the Bayer Arena for the first leg here, which we do win 2-1. Good. I would, in a dream reality, we go undefeated in the knockout rounds, but let's just take it one game at a time. A win to start. And now the equation is simple. We're at home. We're in Frankfurt. We have a 1-goal lead. Just get the job done. Nothing glamorous. Just push through and get to the quarters. Beautiful. Keep doing that. Murillo getting yellow carded is not ideal, but the scoreline is 2-0, 4-1. Okay, we're into the quarterfinals. There are really no ideal opponents, maybe Marseille, but they're really good in career mode. For now, though, we are versing AC Milan. And yeah, that yellow card for Murillo, bloody hell, man. That yellow card for Murillo costs us. He's suspended. And one of our highest rated players suspended for the first leg. Oh, it's annoying. We're at home. All right, first leg, honestly, let's just make sure we're alive for the second one. Against AC Milan, first leg, we win it. That's beautiful. Uzun is a beast, bro. Can Uzun is a beast. We're going to get Murillo back, and we have the lead at the San Siro. All right, so we head now to the San Siro. Murillo's back to our full-strength squad. That away kit for Frankfurt is actually sexy as hell, bro. But here we go. Just like last time. 2-1 lead. Nothing spectacular. Just get us through to the semifinals. Oh, my God. Okay. Hoo-wee. All right, we've lost our first game, but we go through on a penalty shootout. We lose in regular time. Oh my, bro, how are Milan playing with a man sent off in the 12th minute and it goes 120 minutes without us scoring a goal? That's high-key embarrassing, but we are into the semifinals. Oh my God, bro. Bro, Marseille are in the semifinals. Marseille took down Man City. They got Arsenal, but bro, we are going to get the other end of the equation. We're versing Real Madrid. All right, this is going to be the ultimate test. This is why I'm so hellbent on building the ultimate team, because Brown, like the ultimate squad depth, Brown suspended for the first leg is just such a pain in the ass. And DI, this is your chance, mate. Why he also out for the next 2 weeks. So, all right, away at the Bernabeu. First leg. Come on, fellas. Just set us up. You know what? Honestly, I will take that. 2-2. What are the odds that Aaron Baru is going to be suspended? Aaron Baru gets a yellow card. What are the odds that he's suspended for the second leg? All right, I was wrong. Aaron Baru's in here. I'm happy with that, though. Wahi's still injured. Brown's back. Oh, my God. All right. Get us to a Champions League final. Take us from 33rd to 27th to a Champions League final at home in Frankfurt. We do it in dominance. Oh, my God. 3-0. 3-0. That's how quickly these rebuilds change. We went from being devastated, embarrassed by a pathetic performance last year to now blown away by having just one loss in 16 games? Unreal. And now we wait and see whether we're going to be versing Marseille or Arsenal. Okay. Marseille held on. Marseille, they beat Arsenal 3-2. Bro, their team, I assume Mason Greenwood's an absolute freak in the game. His potential is unreal. They got Anthony Robinson, CJ Egan-Riley. I mean, they got a few decent players, but nobody that blows me away. Baumgartner, Neil Malpe, Guiri, honestly, this is one of the weaker teams that I've ever played in a Champions League final. Mason Greenwood isn't even there. That gives me immense confidence. Frankfurt versus Marseille for us to win this in Season 4. Why did the stadium change? That said Stadium Olympic or something before. Now it says Benfica. I wonder if I press this and go back, is it going to change stadiums again? No, it didn't. Interesting. I digress. A look around the other grounds at the competitions. Leipzig won the Europa League. Wolfsburg win the Conference League. We come third. Again, we have been so close every season besides Season 1 to actually winning the Bundesliga. And you know how I said Leverkusen had been quiet in this rebuild? They just went and won the damn league. Bayern Munich in 5th though, which is very surprising. Cologne and Heidenheim automatically down with Paderborn in the playoff. We unfortunately lost the German Super Cup, the Franz Beckenbauer Super Cup at the start of the season on pens. But we add yet another DFB Pokal to the trophy cabinet back to back. And the relegation playoff has not happened yet, and I hope we never find out the result, because it is my hope that we are able to beat Marseille in this Champions League final. Jonathan Burkhardt, I've used him in career modes before, and he is so good on the game this year. Yildiz was such a great pickup, bro. This team, oh my God, 89s galore. Hugo Larson, our captain, up to an 85. I'm so excited, especially now seeing this Marseille squad. We are going to lock in. I want to put the hurt on Marseille. We have an opportunity to have one of our best seasons in rebuild history. Okay, and the visual glitch has not happened. I swear every year, every rebuild, it's shown a different lineup, shown a different stadium, and the stadium's been completely different, but we are here in Benfica. Go on, Burkhardt. Great ball in behind. Can we get ourselves an early lead? Bischoff! Oh, we might have taken one too many touches. He sprays it wide. Good ball, come on. Already finding the gaps, trying to spread it across. Is that an own goal? I don't care because we scored it, but that angle did not look good for Burkhardt. And the dream of getting a record win is looking alive and well. Just got to take it one goal at a time. Dude, they're just pushing up. Robinson pushes up there. Amateur hour. We get... Bro, that looks so odd. That looked like an own goal. This angle will tell. That's got to be an own goal. But it goes down as Burkhardt's. Fair enough. Come on. Yeah, flick that under the Yildiz. This is the thing I'm noticing. They're sitting so narrow. Oh, I should have squared it. Square it now. Make it 2. There we go. Oh, I figured out how to beat this Marseille team. With their left and right backs, they are sitting so narrow. I've set the instructions for Uzun and Yildiz. Awesome celebration. But I want them straying wide and scoring goals exactly like that. That was clinical. Go on, Bischoff. Come on, look at them again. So wide. We're going to go to Burkhardt. I wanted to go to Yildiz. There we go. Yildiz underneath. Make it 3. 3-0. Oh, we are going to put a cricket score on this Marseille side. Now it's a matter of how many can we score, not if we're going to win. Just let's not open the floodgates. Let's not invite them. Cleared off the line from Larson. Oh, I do not want to have a career worst comeback for Marseille. Oh my God, that is actually amateur hour defending. Straight at Lunin, well cleared away from Brown. Marseille have woken up. But we have our wide counterattacks. Yildiz again, he's having an insane game. I might just let one rip here with them. Yildiz! Oh my God, that could have been a great solo goal. And Gomes, just trying to stop a good shooting angle there. God damn it, I've just opened it up for him even more. Oh no. Okay, let's just play uber conservative for the last half an hour. Come on, I want to get that 3-goal buffer again. I want to get it under Burkhardt. That's a great ball. There we go. 69th minute. We get the 3-goal lead restored. 4-1 over Marseille. Great football. Yildiz has been a beast. There it is. The result has never been in doubt. Well, it was in doubt for a couple of minutes there when they scored that goal, but that is going to bring one of the all-time great rebuild seasons to an end. We dominated the Champions League this year. And you know what I realized when I was playing this game? That means now that we've won this rebuild, the past 3 rebuilds have all been done in the 4th season. That might be rebuild history. Absolutely no surprise that Hugo Larsson is in the squad and captain as we win a Champions League title. One of the key pillars of this rebuild, but it is beautiful to see it in motion. We defeat Marseille and we have taken Germany's biggest mess, Frankfurt, and made them European champions. Lads, if you enjoyed this rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video, click here to subscribe, and click here to check out another video.